Hello clarinet players. So today we're going to start with just learning basically how our instrument's going to work, some of the troubleshooting things of if we're not getting the sound we want, what could be the reason. It has a lot to do with both your mouth and your fingers. And we're going to learn our first 3 notes on the instrument so that we can start actually piecing things together. So first off, you know how to put your instrument together. We have worked on this. If you're having troubles with it, you've probably not cork greased enough. Go back to last week's maintenance video. I do a lot of that. And then we're going to quickly review our embouchure. So take off the barrel of your instrument with the mouthpiece attached. Make sure you have set your reed so that you are lined up with the instrument and also have that little tiny bit of black on top. I have pre-soaked my reed before this lesson. I wanted to make sure that was in camera. Can I see that? Yes. Checking my preview. So, you will have this with your mouthpiece. I pre-soaked mine in my water glass over there. I recommend you do that. I talked about that a little bit in the last video, that water is less harmful than spit to a reed continually. And it's also just nice to not have to suck on a piece of wood while you set up your instrument. If you just drop it in water, it deals with itself. When you have that, your embouchure is a super important tool before we even get to where your fingers go. On the mouthpiece, your bottom lip is going to wrap over your teeth, and your top teeth are going to bite down on the top of the mouthpiece. So it's going to look like, So your top teeth biting down, your bottom teeth covered, pushing up through your lip. You're going to then pull the sides of your mouth and let your top lip cover. Your top lip doesn't cover your teeth, it just lands on the top of the mouthpiece. So it looks like when you're there, tighten the corners of your lips. Push up with your bottom lip so that you just have a little bit of space to push air through, because if you don't provide any pressure, you get no sound out of it. Keep your cheeks in, keep your corners tight, keep your bottom lip pushing up into the reed, and you'll get this sound. Try to get it as quiet but as consistent as possible. So I don't want to hear it super loud. It's not a party popper. I want to hear it nice and quiet. With a consistent pitch. Spend some time getting that down, and then when you're ready, move back over to the instrument. With your right hand on the thumb stand here, don't touch any of the keys and do the same thing. You should get a G. That's just an open note. That's the easiest note to get right at the beginning, to tune yourself to make sure that everything is working, because you can't blame your fingers if that note doesn't sound good. The only thing that can possibly be wrong is your face not doing what it's supposed to be doing. So get that, plant your feet on the ground firmly, sit up nice and tall. Your clarinet should be facing out at about a 45-degree angle. This would be 90, this would be 45. So not all the way out here, not all the way down in your chest. Out in medium, no fingers on any of the buttons. That's your note. So to test your breathing ability, we're going to go to a metronome. We're going to play 4 beats at 60 beats per minute of just a G. Rest for 4 beats and start it again. When you start a note, you start it with your tongue. It's a ta or a da, not a right? We don't want to just go into our instrument. That doesn't work. It's going to sound really ugly or not sound at all. Right? That's inconsistent. So we're going to go ta. Your tongue should be hitting the back of your teeth. Actually, not the back of your teeth because your mouthpiece is in the way. It should be hitting right at the top of the reed. So you're not breathing between every note, you're letting your tongue just stop the air that your lungs are pushing up and out. So 4 notes of G, 4 beats of G, rest for 4 beats, Do it 4 times. Ready? Go. 2. Ready? Go. 2. Ready? Go. 2. Ready? Go. There it is. So, the next note I'm going to teach you is an F. Let's go over to our fingering chart. This looks wildly intimidating, but we're going to make it easy and take it step by step. The most important keys that we're going to talk about today are this key on the back. Let me make sure I can write on this. Why is it not letting me write? Oh, here we are. There we go. I'm going to pull out a red pen so it's obvious. This is the back of your instrument, right here. So this is a register key. We don't have to talk about that key today. It's going to be important later, but not now. This hole right here is your thumb hole. So your left thumb is where that's going to live. Most of the time while we're playing at the beginning, it's going to be down. The only note it's not down is G, the one we just played. So that has to be completely covered. If you do not cover the whole hole, you will not get the note. Right? That's the thing with clarinet. That's one of the most common mistakes, is your fingers might be in the right place, but you might be letting air leak out of them. And we'll get to that in the next couple notes. So that's your thumb key. Then you have 1. I'll make that a smaller pen so it looks like a 1 and not just a line. Got 1, 2, and 3. And that's what fingers go with it. In your left hand, thumb, 1 in the top hole, 2 in the second hole, 3 in the third hole. Easiest way to remember, those are the only ones that are actually holes on the instrument. The first 2 have metal, and the third one's just an open hole. So that's where your fingers go. They don't need to be on the ones that don't have holes yet. Those are pads. You don't have to worry about those right now. So you have thumb, first finger, second finger, and third finger. Right? We're only going to work with the first 3 notes today. So we have our G. And if we go over to our paper here, you can see it is an open note. None of those are black, which means you don't press any of those down. So if we're going to go down in pitch, we're going to go to the left. And we're going to play an F next. F has 1 black thing. So 1 note you need to cover, and that is just your thumb. So with your right hand, nothing pressed down, just your thumb rest. And in your left hand, pressing down on the thumb key at the back. It's going to sound like this. Try that out. Thumb on the back. Once you get that, we move on to the next one. It is E. E looks very similar to F, right? It has the same thumb key pressed down, so you don't need to lift your thumb up. Your thumb is good. And then it adds this top note right here, which is your first finger. So you're pinching the clarinet with your thumb and your first finger. Both of them are on the holes. That's going to sound like this. Right? When you're doing this, the more fingers you add, the more you need to make sure that there is no leak out of any of them. So for example, if I take my first finger and I'm not covering the hole completely, it's going to sound like this. This doesn't sound like the right note. This is what it's supposed to sound like as a reminder. But if I take that and I move my finger slightly to let some air leak out, this is what it turns into. So make sure when you are playing these notes, you press down super hard just to get an idea of what those holes look and feel like. You can look at your fingers, you'll have little indents on them. Make sure that they are completely covered and you're pressing down. Those are our first 3 notes for today. Over to the metronome. 4 beats of G. Rest for 4 beats. 4 beats of F. Rest for 4 beats. 4 beats of E. Rest for 4 beats. Ready? Open first. 2. Ready, go. 2. Ready, go. 2. Ready, go. For your first week, that's all I need from you. It's going to be about a 20-second recording, but it's going to take a lot more practice. So I want you for 15 minutes a day, 15 to 20 minutes a day, working with just those 3 notes, a metronome, and long tones. Really focus on getting the tone consistent because it's more than just hitting the right notes. It's about making sure the notes sound good. So hold them out, sit up straight, engage your diaphragm, push the air up your lungs, and keep it consistent. That's our main goal. If you hit a wrong note, it's fine. The most important thing is that you're putting air into your instrument, you're confident about it, and that you're making progress. Check that your holes are covered. Check that your embouchure is good just by playing on the barrel and the mouthpiece first, and then tackle the 3 notes at 60 beats per minute, 4 beats on, 4 beats off, going from G down to F, down to E. That's it for this week. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me. Send me an email, leave me a comment. I will talk to you all later. Happy practicing.